I was like, all right, I get it. It's far. I didn't know how far it was. And then my other homie, that the owner of the house, he was listening to what I was saying, and he's like, wait, he's like, pues no te puedo ride. I can't give you a ride, pero tengo una feria para el bus. I have some money for the bus. And cause I had 0 pennies to my name, and I was like, it costs $5 for the bus, dog. He's like, here's 350 in pure fucking nickels and quarters. I was like, damn, all right, I'm almost there. And then the homie B, he's like, hey, he's like, I te puedo complete. I can complete the rest of the $5. I got $1 and some change in my car. I'll give it to you and call it even. And I was like, all right. And my homie, the one I was in the house with, he was like, hey, fool, like, what's up, fool? Seriously, you're gonna go to rehab? And I was like, yeah, dog, like, I need it. Like, I really need it. Like, I don't have nothing else in my life here. I need something. I need a change. And he looked at me like, fucking Rob. All right, cool. He's like, look, I know I told you couldn't stay, but if you're really gonna go to rehab, stay here tonight and leave in the morning. I was like, for real? He's like, yeah, fool, just go ahead and sleep on the floor, dog. And I was like, well, you're not gonna smoke, huh? You're not gonna smoke me out no more? What the fuck? He's like, no, why are you gonna smoke? You're gonna go to rehab tomorrow? I was like, fucking bastard. I was like, all right. Him and the other homie stayed smoking, and I stayed laying down on the floor, sleeping. I slept on the floor in his room. Motherfucker woke me up 5:30 on the dot. He said, hey, get your fat ass up, man. That's literally what he told me. He said, hey, get your fat ass up. Because I see no your alma, no? I was like, what's up, fool? He said, hey, it's time to bounce, dog. I was like, fuck. Reality hit me again. I was like, damn, here we go again. I did it not at this point in time. I had already done the research of how to get to Escondido, how to get to this house on public transportation, and it was a mission. It was almost a little over 2 hours. I was just like, fuck it. Now, before I continue, I didn't know that from this point in time, since I left the Victory Outreach Festival till the morning that my brother and his wife were looking for me, I ruined their date night. They were at a concert. They were having the time of their lives, kicking it, and they had to leave because my dumbass couldn't stay in the rehab. They left and they said that they searched for me all over the fucking apartment complex, all over the apartment complex next to it, all over the houses. They were driving everywhere, but I was indoors, so they weren't going to see me. Right? But that's fucked up what I did to them. You know what I'm saying? I will never like not thank them for all the help they try to give me. You know, but I fucked up their day. So, anyways, let me get back to the real story. It's just something that popped in my head. So, 5:30 comes, boom. I'm like, all right, fool. Gracias. Thank you for letting me stay the night, fool. Appreciate it. I was like, I guess I'll see you when I see you, dog. He's like, Simon, pero it's all good. Don't even trip. I'll be around. And I was like, okay. I walked out of his house. I went through the back of the houses, the back of the vista, to what we called the shortcut, which was like a little pathway between the between the freeway and the factories that we have over there that leads up to the San Isidro liquor store. I walk through there and I get to Irish Charlie Station and it's tripped out because I'm like coming down. I'm like sweating bullets and there's people going to work. There's people actually doing stuff with their lives. And I'm just like, like I could have been one of these regular people going to work, but I'm going to rehab, you know, like, dude, I was so disappointed in myself of where I was going. And I ran into the homie Bones right there. And I was thirstier than the motherfucker. And he saw me that I was doing bad. And I was like, hey, fool, what's up, dog? I was like, hey, fool, you think I could get a shot of that water? And he fucking gave me his water bottle. He was like, here, fool, you can have that shit. I know you need it, perro. He's like, I know you need it, dog. And I was like, yeah, fool, thanks. He was like, yeah, keep that. But then he distanced himself from me. He didn't want us to be seen with me with a freaking bum. I don't know how bad I stank because I had no idea when was the last time I showered, you know? Showers were never anything of importance to me. So I got my bus pass, $5 all day ticket. At that time, it was $5 for all day pass. And hopped on the trolley, boom, took it back to City College. Now the bus stop that I needed to go to was right in front of the Salvation Army of where I just got kicked out of a few days prior. And so I was like, oh, and I got there at the exact time of when they get let out to go to the warehouse to go work. I was like, fuck it, you know? And I went over there and one guy did recognize me. He's like, hey, what's up, big dog? And I was like, what's up, bro? And he's like, hey, man, I heard you guys were having a big-ass party in that room and all you guys got kicked out. And I started laughing. I was like, yup. He's like, where you going right now? What's up? And I was like, I'm actually going to rehab, fool. He's like, what? He's like, can I give you a hug? And I was like, yeah, fool, give me a hug. And the fool gave me a fucking big tight ass hug. He's like, that's what's up. He's like, I know exactly what you're going through. I've been there before. I've been in and out of rehabs a lot. And like, I know exactly how you feel. He's like, you got this, Big Rob. You got this. And I was like, thanks, bro. He's like, hey, good luck to you, whatever. And I was like, hey, I needed that little motivation, you know? So I hopped on the bus, the 235 to Esco. It's a long ass mission. And mind you, I've never been to Escondido a day in my life. So I don't know what I was doing. I didn't even know what it would look like or anything. And I got up there to Escondido on the bus. Took a long time. Then I had to go on I can't remember what bus passes by the pad anymore. But I get off and now I'm in North County. Now it's like different. North County Transit. Even the trolley looks different. I don't know what's it called, the Breeze or Breezeway. I don't know what the hell. No, it's called the Sprinter, and it looks even different now. And the buses are a different color and everything. And I'm just like watching the whole show at the transit center. All right, cool. I'm reading my notes. Like, okay, I gotta catch this bus to fucking South Midway Drive. And I asked the driver, "Hey, you go to Midway Drive?" He's like, "Yup." He's like, "Hop on." Who? It's like a 10-minute bus ride from, including stops. It's like a 10-minute bus ride from the transit center to Midway Drive. Excuse me, sorry about that. Um, so when we go down to, we're going down Grand Avenue, and we hit up Midway Drive. Now, if you go to the right, it's South Midway. If you go to the left, you're going to North Midway. So the bus turns to the left, and I'm like, okay, we're on Midway already. Like, and it says North Midway over here. So I hit up the driver, and I was like, hey, I'm trying to get to this address. He's like, oh, well, South Midway is that way where we turned by Grand. And then I was just like, oh, okay. He's like, let me let you off right here at the next stop and just walk backwards. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. And I was like, okay, thank you, man. He dropped me off in front of a 99-cent store. And I didn't know what kind of place I was going into, like to this house or whatever. And so I was like, let me hit up this 99-cent store. Let me get some deodorant. I got the secret deodorant, the one that girls use, because I have to use the powder deodorant. If I use the gel one, like I break out in my armpits. It's nasty. So I got that one, and I got myself a Lunchables. I was like, this is like my last meal right here because I have no idea what to expect. If they're going to feed me like Salvation Army, cool. But if not, I mean, it's a house. I don't know what it is. And I was like, they're going to give me sopas, but that's it, right? And I'm like, fuck it. So I chilled for a little bit. I was like, I'm going to enjoy the last of my freedom. And I walked back down Midway Drive. I passed Valley Parkway. I went back down to Grand. I go down after, like, it's like 2 blocks or 3 blocks after Grand Avenue going south. And I see a house on the corner on the right. I'm on the left side of the street, walking down, and at the right corner, top corner, I see a house right there. There's a big old sign right there that says Grupo Escondido 24 Horas de Terapia Intensiva y Alcohólicos Anónimos. And I was just like, oh, this is it. This matches the business card. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, damn. I was like, I guess this is it, man. Fuck it. I walk up to the pad. As soon as I hit the driveway, I see this cholo-looking, hardcore cholo-looking coming out, crying, screaming and crying. Ya no aguanto, déjame salir, que ya no quiero estar aquí, por favor, dame mis cosas, ya me quiero ir, ya no aguanto, por favor, dame mis cosas, güey, ya me voy. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, what kind of place did I come to? No wonder my homie fucking left. And I seen another guy come out, which ended up being the house manager, come out in back of him. He's like, hey, what's up? And he was calm as fuck. He was chill. He's like, I'm going to give you your shit, but just, give me a second. Let me get it. And he's like, dame mis cosas, güey, que ya no aguanto, que ya no aguanto. I'm like, what? And the house manager gave that cholo his stuff, like a backpack full of stuff, and that fool took off, and his chanclas and everything. And I was like, what's that about? I didn't even know what was going on. I was like, what's up with that? He's like, he's withdrawing from heroin, and he can't hang anymore. He's bitching out. Talk to me straight like that. I was like, damn, that's some tough love out here. He's like, yeah. He's like, so we don't allow bitches right here. He's like, so what's up? You want to sign up for the program or what? You're new? And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right. He's like, well, this is a Spanish-only program, so aquí todos tienen que hablar español, and you know how, if you don't know how to read it, it's okay. Aquí te enseñan. And he's like, you want to sign up? And I was like, yeah. He's like, do you have any bags with you? I was like, no, that's all I have. He's like, all right, cool. We signed the intake paper. What's awesome about this place is that it's anonymous. Well, obviously I'm breaking the anonymity, right? But this place is anonymous where you don't have to really give your real name. You don't have to give any real information. They'll just let you in as long as all you have. The only rule that you have right there, pretty much, is you need to have the want to change your life, and they'll accept you for who you are and what you have. And he fucking did the intake with me. He's like, "Welcome to the program." He's like, "We're gonna put you in that room." And I remembered right away. I was like, "Oh, it's that room my homie was talking about, the dark room where they don't let you shower. You can't drink water either. All you're gonna drink is hot tea and eat sopa maruchan." That sounds like a vacation to me. They put me in the room with two older dudes, a guy Jose from Las Vegas, and a guy named Miguel that we called him, aka El Chapo. And I'm gonna get into all of this rehab stories because this shit was wild as fuck.